A very warm welcome to all of you. Myself, Vandana Gaur, currently associated with GL Majaj Institute of Management and Research, Greater Noida, in the capacity of Assistant Professor. So, today we will having a session on the topic personality. Personality is like something, when we talk about this particular word, then there so many things come in our mind. We say personality, then what things immediately comes in front of us? A person, an individual with a good physique, well dressed, well communicative power, all these things come in our mind. And these factors, yes, they do contribute about an individual's personality. So, today we will understand that what actually personality is, how do we determine an individual's personality. Starting with the topic personality, the definition of personality. Suppose an individual is standing in front of you and I ask, how do you consider the personality of this particular individual, this particular person? Then how you will answer? What are the factors which you will consider while defining the personality of that individual? Personality is the pattern of thoughts, emotions and behaviors that characterize a person along with the psychological processes behind the characteristics. Everybody has a different personality. The people living in a family, suppose there are 5 people who are living in a family, all those 5 people will have a different kind of personality, because they have a different pattern of thoughts. Their psychological process is different. The way they represent themselves, the level of emotion, the temperament, it differs with everybody. So, that is why the personality of every individual is different. Personality can also be defined as the sum total of ways in which an individual reacts and interacts with others. How I interact with you, or in an organization, how there are so many people who work with each other, how they interact with each other, how they react in different situations, that defines their personality. Personality is the bundle of characteristics. There are different characteristics which form a part of an individual's personality. Now, we cannot say ki suppose there are 100 types of characteristics and all those 100 type of characteristics are a part of an individual personality. No, every individual have their own set of characteristics, and those set of characteristics that define their personality. So, it is the bundle of characteristics that makes us similar to or different from other people, because just now as I said that every individual is having a different set of characteristic, and that different set of characteristic, it defines an individual personality. Suppose for example, an individual working in the organization, his set of characteristic is he is submissive in nature. He likes taking orders. He likes a congenial environment. He doesn't likes to take risk. These are the set of characteristics that an individual possesses. These characteristics will frame his personality. On the contrary, if another person is having a dominant not personality, a dominant set of characteristic. I like dominating others, loves to taking the risk, then the personality of that individual will be very different with the another one. So, there are certain type of characteristic which define an individual's personality. Features of personality. What are the characteristics of a personality? The first one is personality represents distinctive traits. Every type of personality, every individual has distinctive traits, different characteristics, different traits. As just now I have said, somebody is submissive, somebody is dominant, somebody is aggressive, somebody's temperament is very cool, somebody likes to taking the risk, somebody don't like taking the risk. So, the distinctive traits. Personality represents distinctive traits. Second, personality acts as an integrating and organizing agent between the physiological and psychological features of an individual. Psychological is related to our psychology, our perception, our motivation level, the way of perceiving the others. Physiological related to our physical abilities. Both of these factors when combined together, that is physiological and psychological, they form the personality of an individual. Third, personality is unique in nature. Why personality is unique in nature? Because as we said that personality is a different set of characteristics. So, every individual's personality is unique in some other way. It is unique with their own set of characteristics. Personality becomes habitual to person. The kind of behavior which is shown because of my personality, an individual becomes habitual to that behavior. In this, like a question can be raised that if a personality is habitual to nature, then can't the personality change? It can be changed because personality is affected by the situations also. There are certain situational factors which affect the personality of an individual, but the set of characteristics which form the personality of an individual, because of those set of characteristics, personality becomes habitual to an individual. And the last type of characteristic is the personality results into action behavior. That is the kind of personality an individual possesses, it results into the behavior. Action behavior means result, outcome in the form of the behavior, how a person behaves. That is the outcome of the type of the personality an individual is possessing. So, these are the features of personality. Moving forward, determinants of personality. Now, what are the factors which determine the personality of an individual? So, mainly at the broad level we can say that nature and nurture, these two factors, they determine the individual's personality. What is nature? Nature comes from natural. So, the set of characteristics which an individual possesses because of nature, that is the genetic or the heredity origins. Genetically which I take up, which an individual takes from his or her parents, are the set of characteristics which forms a part of an individual's personality, that is the genes. There is a genes which we inherit from our parents. Definitely an individual, he or she takes some characteristics from their parents. So, those set of characteristics are at the broad level defined as the nature factors. The second type of factors are the nurture factors. Nurture means what? Nurture means growing up. While growing up, an individual, a person, it moves through various phases of life. And during those various phases of life, that person socializes himself or herself, goes through different types of life experiences and various forms of interaction with his or her environment. During this interaction, the person learns various things, and these learned characteristics, these learned things, they are the part of the nurture factors. So, at a broad level, if we want to say, then at the broad level, the nature and the nurture, these two factors which basically determine an individual's personality. Now, at the narrow level, we have said nature and nurture, but what are those factors basically? So, the factors which determine an individual's personality, they can be divided into biological factors, cultural factors, family factors, social factors and situational factors. Now, we will take up all these factors one by one. We will start with the first one, that is the biological factors. Under the biological factor, the first factor is the heredity. Heredity, the characteristics which which an individual takes from their parents, which are in the genes, they become the part of an individual's personality. Oh, you look like your mother. Your height is just like your father. Your temperament is just like your mother. What are these? These are the factors which an individual takes from the genes, from his or her parents. So, the heredity approach says that the individual personality is the molecular structure of the genes located in the chromosomes. The physical stature, the facial attractiveness, temperament, muscle composition, these are some kind of factors which are influenced by the parents, which automatically are taken by the individuals from their parents. So, this is heredity which comes right from the birth. Heredity comprises of factors which are determined at conception only, that is one's biological, physiological and psychological makeup. So, hereditary factors, they have a very important role to play in an individual's personality. Second biological factor is the brain. Now, there is a lot of research which is going on under this, whether brain plays an important role in framing an individual's personality or not. Under that, a study was done with the electric stimulation of the brain known as ESB and the split brain psychology to understand whether brain plays a part in the individual behavior or not. So, it indicated that a better understanding of the human behavior and the personality can be understood if a closer study of brain will be done. So, the research is still going on under this, that whether brain plays an important role or not, but whatever work has been done till now, it shows that it may be possible physically to manipulate personality through the electric stimulation of brain. Third type of physical feature Third type of biological factor are the physical features. Now, what are physical features? Physical features is related to the external appearance, how I look, that forms the personality of an individual. Suppose an individual having a good height, tall, good looking, and the another one who is short heighted, not so good looking. If both of those individuals are standing at one place, then definitely the attractiveness will be towards the individual who is tall and handsome. So, the physical features, they play a very important part in framing an individual's personality. The physical features, they even direct the behavior what others will have with you. That is the kind of personality an individual shows because of his or her physical features. And because of physical features only, we say that first impression comes out of the, mostly out of the physical features. For example, there is an interview going on in an organization, and there are around 10 to 20 people who are already sitting over there. Suddenly a person enters who is also there to give the interview, and that person is having a very strong personality. That individual is good looking, good height, good physical stature, big eyes, fair complexion, walking properly, well dressed. So, that is the first impression which the 10 to 20 people who are sitting there to give the interview, they will have some kind of sense of inferiority within themselves, ki we have a competitor here now. So, this is what kind of effect the physical features have on the personality of an individual. So, these were the biological factors which form the personality or which determine the personality of an individual. Next comes cultural factors. Cultural which comes from the culture. Every individual has their own set of cultures, their own set of beliefs which they receive right from their birth. These cultural factors are the early conditioning norms that prevail within the family, friends and social groups. This early conditioning, that is right from the birth, which an individual receives from his or her family, they frame the personality of an individual. What kind of clothes I can wear, how much independent I am, whether I can work in the future or not. There is these kind of beliefs, these kind of things which actually come from the culture, and these beliefs, they determine the attitude of that individual which frames the personality, which results in the personality of that individual. So, the personality of an individual is definitely determined by the culture in which he or she has been brought up. For example, a person who is brought up in the Western culture will have a different personality from a person who has been brought up in the Indian culture, because the set of beliefs are completely different, the set of values are completely different, because of which the personality is also different. So, these are the cultural factors. Next type of factors which determine the personality of the individual are the family factors. Now, these are very important. The family factors, they are very important. Why? Because in a family, when a child is born, the first contact with that child develops is with his parents. So, parents play a very important role in shaping the personality of that infant. That infant goes through an identification process. This identification process is very important for the personality of the individual. What is this identification process? This identification process has been given by Mischel, and he has said that this identification process, it goes in 3 stages. It is carried on in 3 stages. The first stage is similarity of behavior between the child and the model. Identification of the similarity of behavior between the child and the model. Who are the model? Model are parents. So, the child identifies that the kind of behavior his or her parents are showing, there is some kind of similarity between them. Why? Because why there is a behavior? Why there is a similarity? Because when an infant grows up, every day he sees his parents, how they eat, how they speak, how they walk, how they perform the other things, and the child tries to imitate them, because of which that identification of those factors become a part of that child's personality. Second is the child's motive of desires to be like the model. My father is my ideal and I want to be like him. That is, I desire to be like my father. If I want to be like my father, then definitely I will take up his qualities within myself. So, again these are a part of my personality, of an individual's personality. And third, identification process through which child actually takes on the attributes of the model. The process through which the child actually takes the attributes or the characteristics of the model, that is their parents. So, through this identification process, that is identifying the similarity, then some kind of motivation to be like the parents, and finally taking up the traits. This identification process leads to taking the characteristics of the parents, which become a part of the personality. Next type of factors which determine an individual personality are the social factors. Under social factors, an individual goes through the socialization process. What is the socialization process? Socialization process is the recognition given to the role of other persons, groups and organization. How much importance are we giving to the other people who are a part of my social group? What is the socialization process? How does socialization process goes? It starts with when an infant is born, he firstly comes in contact with his mother. Then when he grows a little bit, he comes in contact with the members of the immediate family. Uncle, aunt, brother, sister, grandfather, grandmother. And when again he moves further in his life, then he has a social group comprising of peers, school friends and members of the work group. This is how the socialization process of an individual goes step by step in an individual's life, and he learns certain kind of characteristics during this socialization process. How much importance an individual is giving to these groups, social groups, becomes a part of the personality. How much I am influenced by my parents, how much I am influenced by my social peers, my colleagues, that forms a part of the personality. Situational factors. Now, situational factors are those factors which are beyond the control of an individual's personality. A personality changes in different situations. It keeps on changing. There are certain situations which come in front of the individual, and how to deal with that situation, it represents the type of personality that individual possesses. There are so many different uncertain situations which come in front of the individual, and how the individual deals with that situation which is not under his or her control. So, that has an effect, or that shows, even that shows new dimensions of the personality of that individual. So, according to Milgram, situation exerts an important press on the individual. The different demands which in different situations, it demands a different aspects of an individual's personality. Suppose if an individual is quite cool in nature, his temperament is not that high, and in some kind of situation there is a sudden outburst. So, there is a new dimension which is shown because of a certain kind of situation. So, situational factors shows different aspect of one's personality, and the effect of environment and the effect of situation is very strong on the individual's personality. So, these were the certain determinants which play a very important part in the personality of an individual, and personality has a very important role to play for an individual in an organization. If an individual possesses a very good personality, then it will always have a positive effect on his performance and the kind of impact that individual will have on his colleagues, on his peers, and even on his leaders. So, personality is an important part of the individual behavior, and that is all in this particular session. Thank you all.